Hey guys, welcome to Candle Coven. My name is Taylor, and today I'm very excited to share my Witch Knows candle haul with you guys. I do not have any candles, sadly. They were selling out left and right. I was watching Video Goulash Chance, which I highly recommend watching him. He's just kind of like revised his channel and is going to start going into film reviews and whatnot. He's a very creative spirit, really cool guy. Yeah, definitely look into Video Goulash. But he was doing a live going over all these fragrances, and I did not catch it when I was on, so I was watching it late and catching up on it, trying to figure out which candles I wanted to get, and they were just going fast. All the ones I wanted were gone within like, I don't know, a few minutes, I guess. Yeah, I think Danse Macabre and one of the pumpkin ones was left, and I wish I had gotten Danse Macabre because, spoiler alert, I do love it. So, bummer, but it is what it is. They have candles right now. They're doing a pre-order until August 15th. That is the deadline. They're not making any more after that, so if you want something, definitely get it now. And I highly recommend them. This is an excellent haul. Everything smells amazing and really unique and unlike anything from a big box store. So, highly recommend. These shipped very quickly as well. I was scared because I thought these were stolen for a hot minute. It said they were delivered. I was looking into them, waiting for them, and then I look and it says delivered, and I'm freaking out because they're not here, and they sent them to my billing address. Thank goodness that was my parents' house, which I'm sure people probably have the same shipping and billing address, but I made my credit card a long time ago when I was living with my parents, so luckily they were sent there and they were safe and sound. So it just took me a while to get them. I've had them for a few days now, so yeah, I'm excited to finally get into it. And they sent me, this cute wrapping paper, for one. Love nice little touches like that. And they sent me a cool card. They wrote like a little personalized note here. I won't read it due to personal reasons, but I love that nice little touch, and it's something that I needed to hear. So thank you, Melissa and Chris. Very kind of you. And these cute little goodies here. Some cute stickers and a little, this is adorable, this witch's broom. Yes. This will go along with my aesthetic. Love it. And a cute little witch's hat. Yeah. Can I stick this on my finger? Very cute. Yeah, and here is their card. Definitely recommend looking into them. Their website is witchknowscandles.com. And they also, looks like they have like Instagram. I can't remember what these symbols even mean. I don't have like an Instagram or a TikTok. I think I have one of both, but I don't go on them, so I don't even know. But yeah, I'm sure they're on all platforms. You can reach them anywhere and support their business. They have not been out for long. I think they started last year. And yeah, I've been following them ever since. This is my first purchase, but I've been following them and watching all the reviews and been really wanting to give them a shot. So very excited to get into this. I am going to read some little excerpts that they wrote for each fragrance because I think that really sets the mood. And each candle is, I believe, 9.5 ounces, right? Yeah, 9.5 ounces. I believe they are also a 2-wick. They're very cute. I have, I don't know well how to like video edit and all that stuff. I tried to see if I could implement putting like the images in here, and I still haven't figured it out. I don't know that stuff well, so bear with me. Hopefully I will figure it out soon. It was glitching and like my mouth, like my words were lagging, so yeah, I'm gonna leave that to you guys to look at their website. All of the like labels they made are really, really cool. And yes, I got each fragrance. These are $2. They are 1 ounce. The first one is Harvester, and it says, not a single pumpkin remains in the patch. The only apples left are those that fell to the ground and got muddled into the straw-covered earth by foot traffic. The corn maze is still holding, but is battle-scarred from the continuous barrage of explorers and problem-solvers. A straw-stuffed sentinel, hoisted high above the ravaged and trampled landscape, proves that he is indeed the last man standing at the end of the Fall Farm Festival. He stood there for months, in sunlight and by moonlight, just soaking in the sense of the season. More than a mere scarecrow, he is autumn's most reliable and resilient harvester. Notes of smashed apple variety, straw, wool, and burlap, and withered cornstalk. And orange wax, by the way. Yeah, and I immediately love it. This immediately reminds me of pumpkin a bit. It's very natural and beautiful. This isn't something that you'll find at like, you know, one of the big companies. This is a lot more natural. The spice is perfect. It's not super strong. It has that apple cinnamon flair to it, but it's not being bogged down by like red hot cinnamon. It has that fabric vibe. It does smell like a field during harvest time. Kind of gives me like hayride vibes. I've never actually had a scarecrow or even been around a scarecrow, I don't think. Sadly. It's just a fantasy for me. But this gives me those vibes for sure. Yeah, it's just natural, extremely natural. A little bit earthy. Muddled, sweet apple. Like macerated apples, a hint of spice, fabric, earth. It's beautiful. That just makes me smile. You'll see that I'm happiest when I'm like reviewing something that is autumnal or dark in some way. I can't hold that back. It just soothes my soul. It's very pretty. It smells nice and strong. It just smells really, really earthy and natural and literally like field during harvest time. Yeah. It's beautiful. It has this like dryness to it. It's hard to explain that, but there is a dryness. I'm guessing that's like cornstalk, burlap, wool, straw. There's something about this. It is beautiful. That is Harvester. And the next one is MotherPumpkin. This is a brighter orange wax. And this is Our Natural Mama is back again to show him how it's done. MotherPumpkin demonstrates that to be naked in your own environment without the gussied up frills is most captivating and alluring. Now, she did pose with her cute little hat on for her new label pic, but she's still her same authentic and homegrown self inside. Natural pumpkin, smoked oud, earth incense blend, and fresh and dead grasses. Yeah. Beautiful. I swear I get like something that reminds me of pumpkin in that last one in Harvester. This has something clean about it. It's interesting. There's something like linen-y here. It's fascinating. I feel like this can also kind of pass for like the vibe of that last one. That fabric-y sort of smell. There is a cleanness here. It doesn't smell as like dirty as I thought it would. Like a field with pumpkins in it, that, you know, earth and fallen leaves and what have you. This has something clean. And yeah, grass. That might be the clean note I'm getting. Definitely pumpkin. Hint of spice. It's not bogged down by spice again. Natural vegetal pumpkin, like a beautiful vine smell. A beautiful green natural smell. Like pumpkin on a porch. I don't get much smoked oud or earth incense blend. I don't get like a ton of smokiness here. To me, it's mostly like a pumpkin sitting on grass. Like more of a like daytime pumpkin scent. It's beautiful. It's really pretty, and again, very different than what you would get at the big stores. Very natural and realistic. That is very pretty. That is... Sorry, these are a little bit loud. MotherPumpkin. Beautiful as well. And Dead Alive Forest. I broke this one a bit, trying to get it open. These, I've had these from other vendors. They're just naturally like a little bit difficult to open, but it's fine. They don't break, you know, part of this where it's gonna like loosen or anything. Just the top sometimes will break. This is like a nice light green wax. Dead Alive Forest. Autumn is the season of dying in nature. Here in much of the United States, half of the trees stand completely bare by late October. Aside from the matched smatterings of conifers, the scent of a fall forest, however, is exhilarating. Dried, deadened leaves swirl in the wind, then decompose into moisture on the ground once they land long enough. The cool air blowing over and in between tree branches seem to amplify the scent of their bark. Mosses and sagebrush cling to roots and trunks, refusing to let go. This moribund meets vital aroma is paradoxically beautiful in the Dead Alive Forest. Deciduous evergreen tree blend, fallen leaves, forest moss, and autumn sage. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm squinting. I'm not sure if it does, but I know a lot of people tell me that I squint, and that's because I wear glasses. Yeah, I'm pretty blind as a bat, but they just like, they show a ton of glare, so I don't want people to be blinded by the glare. So yeah, I have a hard time seeing a bit. I'm obsessed with this. I thought that maybe I might not love this one, because very often if I smell like evergreen or fir or pine of some sort, it'll just come off as Christmas tree to me. It immediately will just like remind me of Christmas, even if it's like a dark Christmas scent. This really doesn't. I get that now. I get the evergreen, but oh god, it's so pretty. It's so like musky. And it just genuinely smells like a forest on steroids. Hyper realistic, where you're there walking on like dead leaves and fallen acorns and crunching them under your feet. and picking like a piece of like the evergreen and crushing it in your hands and releasing that sappy aroma. It has a fair amount of like a very like earthy note, like a dirty, like an actual dirt note, and it's beautiful. And yeah, autumn sage. There's this pretty quality to it, and I think that's what it is, this herbal note. It's very, very, like, shockingly beautiful for, you know how like, earthy and dirty it is? It's perfect. Perfectly musky, perfectly dirty, perfectly tree. Very, very natural and authentic. Oh, man. Yeah, and moss. Yeah. That's the other green note I'm getting. That isn't just evergreen. Yeah, it's beautiful. That is my favorite out of the first three. Amazing. I really, really like that a lot. And the next one is Through the Veil. This one I just actually smelled for the first time. It was still wrapped up in foil. I've had these for a few days, but I've had some difficulties, and yeah, I'm just now getting to filming it. And yeah, I didn't know this one was still wrapped in the foil. Awesome little surprise. This scent represents the liminal places we visit and or the things we do to commune with the spirit realm. A walk through a cemetery, a brief respite in an old empty church, or just simply sitting and gazing into a quiet body of water are some examples of how, when, and where we may be able to lift, pierce, or reach through the veil. Damp earth, ozone, Palo Santo, and frankincense and myrrh. Ectoplasm colored wax, by the way. It's so good. This is like very petrichor heavy to me. Ooh, the damp earth note and the ozone. It's very petrichor. It's stunning. Man, there's an added. I have a lot of petrichor wax, and they can come off like extremely funky, almost to the point of smelling like dung a little bit, like animal dung. But this is a bit more prettified, where it has a Apollo note. It's very intense, it's very strong and ritualistic and beautiful and spiritual. Yeah. But yeah, the petrichor is definitely what I'm getting the most here. This wet, damp dirt smell. And then the Palo, frankincense, and myrrh are in the background, just keeping it more grounded to where it's not knocking your socks off and being like too almost rank smelling. It's beautiful. Extremely spiritual and beautiful. Yeah. I love to smell after what comes on my fingers. Yeah. That is Through the Veil. Beautiful. And the next one is Danse Macabre. Danse Macabre is a loud, raucous, and body fragrance that, where'd it go? That doesn't hold anything back. It's a reminder to the living that yes, we're each and all going to die someday, but for now and in the meantime, woohoo! By creating a fire and brimstone scent, it's us poking fun at the fear-based society many of us grew up in. We say, do what thou wilt and harm none. In other words, like and do all the spooky things and be a little debaucherous at times. Just don't hurt yourself or anyone else. Enjoy life and dance to the beat of your own drum, because before you know it, the drumming stops and the dance is over. Smoky hellfire, patchouli, red hot cinnamon, and dragon's blood incense. Red wax. I ended up really liking this one so much more than I thought. I just thought, okay, cinnamon and dragon's blood. I had never loved dragon's blood, and it's so surprising. I would think that, like, that, you know, it's just like entry level earthy lover scent, right? But for some reason, every time I smell it, it comes off a bit more acrid and like chemically to me than like really earthy. But this is stunning. And then cinnamon can take over and be really basic, but this is just unbelievable. It's blending so perfectly. I get a lot of red hot cinnamon. It's very much there, but it's perfectly grounded and like smoky, beautiful fire. And yeah, reminds me of something hellish, devilish. And there's something about it that reminds me, it's probably just my nose, but like I was at Cracker Barrel last year and I was having like a root beer candy cane, and when I was having it for a while, all of a sudden I was like thinking I was having a spearmint candy cane. And since then I've realized that like spearmint and root beer are weirdly as different as they seem. They're kind of interchangeable to me taste wise, and it's odd. That might be a me thing. I've looked it up and it's a thing, but like probably not that common. But this does that, where I get like the spearmint vibe and then like a root beer vibe. It's so interesting. I don't know what's doing that, but it's awesome. It's just smoky, perfect cinnamon, incensey, beautiful. Like this is what I was hoping that Christmas cabin from Bath and Body Works would be. That fragrance was just a cinnamon bomb and had no smoke to it. This is smoke. This is delivering all the goods that I wanted. I am so surprised by how much I like this. There's something just ethereal about that. Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard to pick, but that could be my favorite. And that was the one I could have had a candle of. Danse Macabre. Wonderful fragrance. And the next one is the one that I was trying to get a candle of that sold out. And it is unbelievable. So it's the time of year to reap what has been sown months earlier. There's a cloaked skeletal ghoul who's taken on the job, and he's more than pleased to oblige. Cutting and lashing by scythe and sickle, he's taking it all. Only the aroma of what once was remains in the reaper field. Harvest plum, spiced pear, sweet potato, hay bales, and dirt soil. Blue wax. It's like pretty and dirty and beautiful. They know how to do like atmosphere really well to where like this literally smells like nighttime. It just does. There's like an ozonic night air feeling and like a heaviness. And there's this beautiful sweetness. It's sweeter than the other scents that I've gone over so far. It's not obnoxiously sweet, but there's definitely like more sweetness here from the fruit. And it's dark fruit. I can't say it's like necessarily plum, but it just comes off as like a dark, rich, unctuous fruit. Did I say fruit? And there's like a roasty smell. Is that the sweet potato? There's something interestingly like roasty and vegetal. I'm guessing that's sweet potato. I've never tried that oil before. It's so beautiful. It's blended so well. It just smells like a really beautiful take on harvesting a bunch of like fruits and vegetables, but like gorgeously done, amplified on steroids, where the night air just smells like sweet and thick and musky and stunning. And yeah, there's a hint of earthiness. Oh god. Yeah, it was definitely worthy of a candle. That is really beautiful, gosh. It's so pretty. Yeah. Reaper Field. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Raven Black. A fragrance as befittingly dark and perfectly suited to the spirit of Halloween as is the color black to a crow's feathers. We've called it Raven Black. Sweetened pumpkin, black licorice, and dark cedarwood. I was very excited about this. Black wax, of course. I love licorice. I know that is not very beloved, but I love licorice so much. The scent of it is just, it's one of my favorite things. This is like, it's a punch in the face. It's so good. Very strong fragrance. It's so like perfectly balanced though. Like on one hand, I want to say this is like really licorice dominant. But on the other hand, I do smell the cedarwood just as much. Pumpkin, not as much. Like I can't tell you that's necessarily pumpkin, but there's just like something. There's something in the background that's really hard to describe. Man, yeah, when you rub these things, they get more complex. It's crazy. Yeah, what the hell? There's like something really interesting behind the licorice. That's not the cedarwood, because I'm already getting that off the bat. That one's easy to tell. That's the pumpkin. It has this really like dark roasty smell. Wow. This is really interesting. In a good way. So the licorice and the cedarwood are like hand in hand. I can smell the cedarwood for sure. Licorice is just very overpowering. I make licorice perfumes a lot, and it's a little hard to work with because it is very strong. But they did a good job at getting that cedarwood in, like equally. But whatever the heck that pumpkin oil is, that's very interesting. There's something there. I can't say it necessarily is like pumpkin, but it's like, I don't know if my like the wax on my fingers is blended with everything else, but when I smell it there, I do get pumpkin. What the hell? That's a really interesting fragrance. That's really pretty. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I threw this over to my fiance and he threw it back at me. He does not like licorice at all, so yeah, he hates it. But it's definitely there. It's definitely licoricey, but it's like equally unique too. Bad Apples is the next one. An arcane stranger offers you a shiny green apple with a mysteriously dark aura around it. You accept it out of politeness and go about your way. It's far from smelling sweet like candy. It reeks of mischief and malice. Is it drugged? Poisoned? Both, perhaps? As you turn the corner, you set the unwelcomed and unprovoked gift down. You're wiser than to eat it. You know that this fruit and its bearer are a couple of bad apples. Green apple, elderberry, patchouli, hemp, and a musk of evil. And green apple wax. This one is interesting to me. It's not as like dark or dirty as I thought it would be. It's like a musky apple for sure, but it's not, it's a lot more like bright and uplifting than I thought. I don't know if it just comes off that way to my nose, but it's like a very tart green apple for sure. It's a good apple note. It's very authentically like tart green apple. And it's very musky. But I don't get like evil per se. It smells nice. I don't know. Like there's nothing like wicked per se about it. It has a little bit of like a cleaner smell. Not in a bad way. But something, I don't know if that's the hemp. Elderberry, patchouli. No, there's something. It's definitely a unique apple. I just don't think it's as like dark as I thought it would be. But it's still a very pretty fragrance, and I'm not like super huge on apple. I'm pretty picky about apples, and I like this one. It's probably my favorite green apple I've smelled. Because normally fragrances like that are too like springy and bright for me. But this is very unique and musky. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know if I'm getting like all of the notes here, but it's very pretty. No. Bad apples. And the next one is Witch. This is another candle that I was looking at. Smoky, sultry, earthy, dark with a little sweet, and comprised of myriad layers of magic and mystery. This is Witch. Smoked clove, dark berries, and incense. Purple wax. I really like this one. I really, really, really like this one. I'm sad this one sold out right from under me. It's so pretty. This is like perfectly exactly what I love. Like my favorite type of fragrance where it's like pretty and feminine and kind of like perfumey, girly. It has that side to it where like I don't usually wear fragrances like that just on their own. It needs to be mixed with something dark. But I love that like juxtaposition where it's something like bright and feminine and sweet, but then it has something dark and weird about it. I love stuff like this. It's just like sweet and fruity and pretty, but then like this dark, sinister incense smell. Ah, that's so good. The clove is on the lighter side. I get mostly the incense. And if that's literally just like a berry oil, that's shocking. Dark berries, it says. Is that really just a berry oil? It smells so much more complex than that. Than just like berries and incense. It's so pretty though. It's such a nice like juxtaposition of light and dark. Yeah, that's like pretty witch. Ah, it's so pretty. I really like that a lot. So that is Witch. And the next one is House 31. It's that dilapidated yet eerily animated house at the very end of the street. It's got more than its fair share of ghosts from the past and skeletons that have broken free from its proverbial closets. Yet there are still many secrets that remain unrevealed within the walls and under the floorboards of this place. It radiates a certain kinetic energy, and odd aromas linger over its lot. There's an ever-present feeling of heaviness no matter the weather or what time of year it is. It is always October's house. It's house number 31. Combination of dry, dusty wood and dank, musty wood, clove, and nag champa. And this like dark gray wax. Yeah. First thing you'll get is definitely Nog Champa. And I like theirs. Another thing, like Nog Champa and Dragon's Blood are both fragrances that are entry-level, earthy lover fragrances, but I've never liked them that much, which is so weird. Everyone's comes off like really powdery, or like, I don't know, there's something weird about them all that doesn't smell like truly earthy to me. But I like this, or I just like the way it's blended. No. It has this very beautiful mix of woods. It has like a leathery quality. It just smells like an old dark house. An old dark house burning incense. Spooky, dilapidated witch house. Yeah, it's definitely like on the powdery side because of the nog. And that's making it even more dusty, I think. And coming off like old, dusty, musty. The wood is gorgeous. I like to know what oils are in here. It just smells like moist and dirty and awesome. But, you know, very pretty too. It's a badass fragrance. No. It's just Halloween perfection. Darkness personified. Beautiful. It's awesome. House number 31. Very heavy, awesome fragrance. And the next one is Lycanthrope. This is the scent of primal urges under the full moon. If you enjoyed Shadows Await from our Valentine's Day line, you'll definitely find a feast for the nose in this. This has the same deep and dark woodsy base, but with any sign of sweetness removed. In fact, we've added new oils to the mix, which has transformed the original into something even more feral and ferocious. Low Red is gone. She's become a full-on lycanthrope. Notes of silver birch, cedar, leather, vetiver, and animalic musk in midnight blue wax. Now, so I heard about that fragrance, Shadows Await. That was like a little Red Riding Hood fragrance. Never got to try it, sadly. Oh, man, that's good. Musky, spicy. There's no spice listed, but what's funny is this is like more spicy than the last few that did list spice, like clove. This has something spicy about it. What the heck is that? I don't know if they list everything they put in here, but that's fascinating. There's like a beautiful spicy smell. Definitely leather. Definitely a lot of musk. And a sweet musk. It's sweeter than I thought it would be, in a good way. Golly. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's just so unusual. It's just like the way those all play on each other. It has this beautiful sweetness. And it's kind of sexy. I guess musk is supposed to be sexy, right? It's about like pheromones and what have you. I also want to say I really like the way the wax feels. Like when I rub it, it does actually give and start to melt a bit. And I prefer softer wax like this. It's not super soft and messy, but it's not going to be hard as a rock to where you need like a freaking 50-watt bulb to, you know, get this to melt and throw. This is one that's going to throw well on a lower wattage. So I prefer, on the softer side like this. It's really good. My God, that's beautiful. Silver birch, cedar, leather, vetiver, and animalic musk. That is so beautiful. Again, I see like dirty, odd fragrances like this as beautiful. They're just stunning to me. It just kind of smells like the woods and nighttime and musk. Yeah, it puts you in the scene, puts you at a transformation under the full moon. God. Oh, that is gorgeous. Yeah, I could smell that all day. That's just stupid. It's stupid. It's so good. And the next one is Spellcasting. This pretty lilac-y purple wax. This was the third one I was looking into. It was Witch, Reaper Field, and Spellcasting that I was looking into, and they all sold out. The scent profile of a witch at work. The necessary herbs and tools are laid out on the altar and or working table. The generations-old Book of Shadows is present and open to the desired page. The candles are lit and the cauldron is bubbling. It's time to get down to some serious spell casting. Dried herbs, leather-bound book, aged parchment, other wood elements, and moonflower. It's so pretty. It's just so interesting. Like, it's very powdery and it has the soapiness to it. But I'm sure I know what this is. Like, I've had library oils before. Some people call them like book oils and some people call them library oils, but they're supposed to be like old book smell. And I don't know if that's everyone, but to me they come off like very powdery and beautiful. And I get that same note here that reminds me of library oil. But this is like a tad more soapy. But it's gorgeous. It has a cleanness to it. But it has this like pretty fruity side too. There's something moonflower. I don't know what moonflower is. But there's definitely like this floral quality. And there's a sweetness there that reminds me of a fruit. Like a dark fruit. But mostly this pretty, like, unusual floral that's not, it's kind of otherworldly. Now there's something about it that reminds me of like an apothecary vibe. And a pretty witch. It's just very pretty. And unusual. Yeah, I would 100% wear that as a perfume. It's definitely weird. It doesn't have like the darkness or the smokiness that the others have, but it's as like unusual and dark as those still. Even though it leans in like a cleaner direction, it's still so like mystical and unique and interesting. I love that. It's gorgeous. Rustic Pumpkin is the last one, and I'm not sure what's in the wax. Maybe some glitter or some kind. Orange. The old barns and cabins converted into primitives, antique shops we've stopped in while taking a country drive during the autumn season were the inspiration for this fragrance. Most had fresh pumpkins and gourds displayed inside and out for sale, and also to add to fall aesthetic appeal. Their scent would blend with a plethora of different wooden items for sale, between the rough-cut crafter's goods to the finer, antiqued, and more expensive furniture and such. These places were filled with different creations of homespun fabrics, dried and preserved organics, and one man's junk as another's treasure offerings. We did our best to capture the atmospheric aromas we experience while visiting these charming and homey places. This is how we came up with Rustic Pumpkin. Notes of homestead pumpkin, mahogany, fall spice mix, blood orange, and dust and dirt. Stupid. This is... what are my favorites even? This is definitely one of them. Golly. It's just so weird. It's so good. It's so like equally like creamy pumpkin gorgeousness. But then the dirt really kicks for me. It's quite dirty to my nose. I'm picking that up a lot. God. Now dust and dirt. Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. And the pumpkin, it's sweeter. There's like a mapley quality, like it's sweeter than just a straight up like cut up pumpkin. It comes off a little more like pumpkin bakery. This is like pumpkin gourmand mixed with like a dirty petrichor type of scent to me. Mahogany. Mahogany is hard because honestly, I don't know if I've ever smelled like an authentic mahogany. To me, mahogany is always like a cologne note. I don't think I'm getting any like cologne-y note here. Just actual like sweet pumpkin bakery type of scent. There's something like increasingly edible about that pumpkin. And then this like beautiful dirtiness and woodiness. And yeah, kind of like antique-y. Like walking into an antique shop after it's rained. And they have some like pumpkin pastries. I really like that. God, I really like that a lot. I have no idea. Like what's my favorite here? Yes, so that is the last one, Rustic Pumpkin. Gosh, I wish there was more. They're so good. I think for me, definitely Rustic Pumpkin is up there. Definitely Spellcasting. Lycanthrope's amazing. Witch was amazing. Reaper Field was amazing. Danse Macabre was amazing. Dead Alive, Through the Veil. I don't even know how to pick. I like every single one of them. I don't even know what the heck to say would be. Maybe like Witch and Rustic Pumpkin? Possibly as my top for me and my nose. Probably because they're both like sweet. They're like the sweet ones mixed with like weird, like smoky or funky or dirty scents, and I really like that a lot. That's like my thing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So their pre-order ends on August 15th. 9.5 ounce candles, and I highly recommend looking into them. This was really awesome. They shipped really quickly as well. Thank you, Melissa and Chris, for the card, and I hope you guys do look into them and give them a try. So I will talk to you guys later. Blessed be.